get really caught up in all that stuff. We won't prepare any different this week than we did for Florida State. We won't prepare any different this week than we will next week. Zero. Everybody wants to always say, okay, man, are you gonna start working on that? We work on this week, this plan. That's all you can do, because when you start getting ahead like that, you lose your guys. And you send the wrong message to them. But absolutely, I'll make real sure. In fact, it's in my notes for today. I'll make dang sure they know.
And second part, Brent's team was homeless earlier this year, and
yeah,
they practiced here. Did you joke with him about sending somebody over to spy, or did he joke with you about it, or would you have done that for any other?
We just put the laptop out there, and that was a low blow. No, I actually never saw them. I knew that they were coming that day, and but I never saw them. But I got an awesome note from their AD. I got a note from Brent, and one other person. They were just all very appreciative and gracious. But I mean, I never saw them. Woody handled all that, and I mean, they were in and out, and I don't even know when they were here. We were in meetings and doing what we do, but I'm really glad we were able to help them.
Do you know if Christian or any other juniors will be honored?
Christian is going to be honored, and Hearn is going to be honored for sure. And senior day is sometimes it's about eligibility. It's your last year, and you're not graduating yet, but your eligibility's up. You're a senior in eligibility. And then other times it's about school. I mean, you're graduating, and both of those guys have another year of eligibility, but neither one has made a decision yet on whether or not they're going to come back. But they're both graduating in a few weeks, and it's a big deal, man. It's a big deal being a senior. I mean, we really we make it a big deal around here. Always have. Seniors fly first class on the plane. I usually fly coach, because I want them seniors up there. And, we just make it a big deal. Even our walk-ons. I mean, we got all of them. I just think there's something to be said about, being a senior and that finishing mentality and graduating and earning your degree, preparing yourself for the rest of your life. And so that's the two guys right now that have decided that they want to be honored, but they don't have a decision on whether or not. Last year was different. We had four guys that we knew in the summer that was going to be it. That's why we put them on the senior poster, because we knew they were going to be seniors. Unless something crazy happened, they were going to graduate and go to the next level. And had no problem with that. So this group here, we got a few guys, and who knows, maybe somebody makes a decision later down the road. But as far as senior day, that's the only two that have, at this point, come to me and said, hey, I want to be honored this Friday or this Saturday.
How well do you think Kelly has handled, the adversity of not necessarily having the numbers and the stat output, but knowing that he can rely on others to help him and still help you win ball games?
Well, I mean, I'd say he's handled it well. I mean, he's 9-1, and he's a first-year starter and led his team to a division championship. We're not division champions without his performance. And it's just crazy. It's like if we throw the ball for 600 yards, then everybody's like, where's the running game? The running game stinks. And if you rush the ball for 250 yards against Florida State, and it's like, oh, what's wrong with the passing game? And that just kind of comes with the territory. The main here, what the number one stat is? Winning. That's the one that matters. Winning. And he's a winner. So he's led his team as a first-year starter. We hadn't had many first-year starters around here win a division. Deshaun Watson didn't win a division as a first-year starter. Taj Boyd and Kyle Parker. Kyle won it as a freshman, and then Taj. So it's hard to do, man. And neither one of those guys won like Kelly has won. Kelly's 9-1, and you know, he's done a great job for us. And you know, I wish that we had a few more plays in the books that we had finished that have been there. He's been a very consistent thrower. I mean, he was back to 60-something percent, 67% last week. He's had one game, I think he was in the 50s. So he's been a very consistent guy. We've just got to finish plays. I mean, whether it's the quarterback, I mean, he's missed some throws. He missed some throws in the NC State game for sure that really could have probably put that game away. I mean, like, just had a bad day. And then he came back last week, and we missed a couple, but we dropped a touchdown. We've just got to finish some plays that are there, and we will. You know, it's kind of like going 0 for 3. You step back in there, you just keep stepping back in there, and you hit a home run. You're 1 for 4. Hey, you just keep rolling, and next thing you know, you get out of a little slump, and that's kind of where we are right now in the passing game, because it's not that we don't have things there. We're just a little inconsistent, and it's not, you know, it's easy to go, well, it's just Kelly. No, it's been, I mean, we got Kelly trying to throw a touchdown to a young receiver in the game, and he's blocking. He busts. He misses the signal. Well, it looks like Kelly's just throwing a ball. No, that's 100% on the wideout. You know, we've had a couple drop touchdowns, and then we've missed a few throws, and then we've had a few things that were there for the taking, but maybe we had a protection issue. So it's a combination of things, but we'll find our groove. We'll get going. And good news is he can do it and has done it. Got video evidence of it. So we don't beat Auburn, we don't beat Louisville, we don't beat Virginia Tech, we don't beat Boston College, we don't beat none of them teams without you know, being able to have good balance in what we do. But at the end of the day, we're exactly what I thought we would be coming into the season. I thought we'd be a team that would be much, much better running the football, and that's what we are.
Coach, I saw Dan Brooks down on the field on Saturday. How much does he stay in touch with his guys, and how much do you miss having him around?
I miss Dan and Kathy. They're awesome. They were here for the weekend, and you know, he stays in touch, sends me a text every week. GATA. I mean, y'all know what GATA means. Every Saturday, sends me a text message. Anybody needs a translation for that, it's get after their, you know, butt, you know, with an A. So that's just Dan. So keep in touch with him, and it was good to have him here this weekend. And I'm sure he stays in touch with his guys and encourages those guys as well.
When you rotate as much as y'all are rotating on the offensive line, what are the dividends that come late in games and late in the season?
Well, you just don't panic. All of a sudden, you know, get Mitch Hyatt, gets a little gimpy. He's jogging, 75's jogging off the field, just put the next guy in, you know, and you keep on playing. You don't have to, you know, like in the, remember we were playing LSU, and we only had like one tackle going into the game, and then all of a sudden he gets hurt. I think it was Gift Timothy, and Gift's hurt, and we're taking Isaiah Battle, who's a freshman, and throwing him out there. And I mean, I'm like, look, just get run over slow, you know. I mean, these are, I mean, what are you gonna say? I mean, man, they had some creatures on that LSU defense. That defense was unbelievable. If you go back and look at that defense, I think they all were drafted, like all the two deep. Unbelievable. And I mean, we were that Taj Boyd played the game of his life in that game, and he took a beating. I mean, but he just kind of kept getting up. So, you know, I remember we were down at South Carolina one year. I think it's when Clowney was there, and Philip Price was hurt. And I mean, Philip Price was, I mean, like, he was the best we had. So it's just we've just developed great depth. We've recruited well. Robbie's done an awesome job of getting guys that bring versatility, smart players, and you know, we can move a lot of guys around. So I mean, I really feel like we got 8 guys that go start, 9 probably, and you know, we keep on playing, and so it's a luxury for sure.
Chad Smith told a neat story yesterday about Military Appreciation Day being a little more special to him, given his family yesterday. So just what is he like and what does he bring to this program?
Chad, he's like this all the time. You know, it could be the littlest thing, and you know, I mean, and it'd be like here's Chad, and this is a product of how he's been raised. You know, his dad, John, his dad is I don't know, he's some type of CIA agent or something. I'm not sure what all his dad does, but he's at the Pentagon, and he's done all this stuff. I mean, he kind of scares me when I get around him, because I mean, he's just, you know, like this all the time. And Chad's just like that. In fact, Chad's sister was getting married this past Friday in Atlanta, and Chad had come to me like forever ago. Coach, I know it's Friday of the Florida State game, and my sister will be getting married. And it was like at 0900, you know, I mean, he's like, you know, Chad, that's kind of how Chad is. He's just a very, you know, I just want to put my arm around and say, it's all right, buddy. It's going to be good, you know. But he was very, you know, he's just so respectful, I guess is the word. I mean, he's just such a respectful and has such a great respect for the chain of command and authority and so forth. And I think that is just ingrained in him. And it's just a pleasure to be around him and coach him. But he, you know, bottom line, he went through this whole deal to try to get permission to go see his sister married Friday night in Atlanta, and I will be back. I will leave Thursday night right after practice. I will be back at, you know, he had his itinerary, and I'm like, hey man, you go enjoy your sister. We'll be here waiting on you Friday night. I was like, now, how you gonna get your car